Hi guys and welcome back on my YouTube channel. Today you see me in a little bit of a different backdrop because I just wanted to set the mood a little bit different and give you a little bit of a different feel for the upcoming videos.
Gee, sorry.
If you haven't seen it in the last video, my upload schedule is going to change a little bit. There's only going to be one video per week anymore, every Thursday at 6 p.m. I asked you on my stream which kind of sit down and talk videos you would like to see. I let you the choice between two videos, or two most requested videos were one about my plants, so if you still want to see this, let me know. And the second one was about my animals. And that one is one that got requested so many times. I'm going to introduce you to all of my animals in case you don't know them yet. I'm going to give you a little bit of a background story. How did I get them? Where did I get them from? Which experiences do I have with them? What are their personalities like? Is every cat the same? And so on and so on. I'm going to start with my oldest daughter, which is Yuna. Yuna is my oldest cat. She is a Maine Coon. I got her when she was 3 months old. Back then I was not together with Nathan yet. I was still with my ex-boyfriend. We got her together, I think, in Styria, so in Austria. I think she's from Leibniz, if I remember correctly. I just saw somewhere online that somebody's giving away kittens and I thought they looked cute. And that's how I got Yuna. Yuna was born on the 28th of December 2012. That means at this point right now she's 8.5 years old. I can't believe that she's that old already. Here is Yuna as a little kitten and some other cute pictures from when she was little and super tiny. To talk about her personality, she is definitely the queen. She's the boss of the house. Everybody respects her, everybody fears her a little bit. She gets angry sometimes, you can see that she knows that she's beautiful. She's really bossy, but she's also really cuddly and super attached to me. And after Yuna, we got Blinky. Blinky is my first cat I have together with my current boyfriend, Nathan. You don't know. It's my little Frenchie, and we live together, or we're together for 7.5 years now. It's actually a really long time. If you want to hear a story about Nathan, let me know. Maybe I do a video about Nathan or with Nathan. Blinky was born, we don't know exactly because he was a street cat, but probably something around March 2014. It was my friend Verena that actually found him outside, and he was meowing and we weren't sure if he was hurt or whatever. My friend Verena called me because she had to leave and she was like, Julia, I found this cat. He's meowing all the time. I'm not sure if he's okay. Could you come over and look after him, because she really had to leave. I went there, I got him, took him in. Back then I just started dating Nathan. I was still living at home with my mom. I had my own teenager room and we already had Yuna. For me it was hard already to get one cat, and my mom definitely did not want a second cat. So anyway, we took Blinky in. We looked at him if he had like any injuries or something. He seemed to be fine, but we kept him separate in a different room in case he had fleas or something, so he doesn't go on Yuna. We kept him for a few hours. We gave him food, we gave him water, and then my mom said, we need to put him outside. He's not staying in, we're not keeping him, which broke my heart. I was crying, I was arguing with my mom because I really wanted to keep him because he was obviously a street cat. And I wasn't sure if he was healthy, and I wanted to really take him to a vet to get him checked out. And at that point, Nathan was visiting. Nathan is also a person who really loves animals, and for him, it hurt him just as much that we had to let Blinky outside again. This night, it was actually raining really heavy. And Nathan would always stay up long to play video games, and I would go to bed early. Back in the day, I was still working in my old full-time job. Anyway, I wake up 6 a.m., I hear meowing, I see a little letter on the table. He wrote a note to my mom. At this point, we already named him Blinky. He was like, I take full responsibility for Blinky. He's gonna be my cat. I really want to keep him. Basically what happened at night, it was raining really hard. Blinky was basically sitting in front of our house door, crying and scratching at the door that he wanted to come back in. And my mom was already sleeping, I was already sleeping, so Nathan decided to let him in and keep him. My mom could say no to me. She didn't say no to him, so Nathan was allowed to keep the cat. The next day we went to the vet with him, we got him checked out. He was full of fleas, he had like worms and stuff, so we had to get fully cleansed from everything before we got to let him together with Yuna. But in the end, Nathan and me moved out pretty soon after that. We kept both cats, and Yuna and Blinky since then are basically a couple. They are lovers, they're cuddling together, they love each other so much. When we got him, the vet guessed that he would be around half a year old, so that would make him born somewhat in March 2014, which makes him now 7 years old. So Blinky is younger as Yuna. Yuna, just like me, likes her man younger. For the people that don't know, Nathan is 4 years younger than me. Anyway, Blinky started out wanting to be alone most of the time, doesn't want to be with people unless like very rare moments. But something changed in him like a year or two ago, and from one day to another, he suddenly became this super attached cat, and he is like super cuddly and wants to be with you all the time, especially with Nathan. Our third fur baby is Lucifer. So Nathan and me, we were already thinking about getting a third cat. It was Christmas 2015 actually. We were visiting Nathan's parents in France. For the people that don't know, Nathan is French and his family is living pretty close to the border of Germany. Nathan actually gifted me a Christmas card where he wrote that we should get a third cat together. Since Yuna was a Maine Coon already and we really like the breed and how attached they are, they're basically like dogs, right? We decided that we want to have a second Maine Coon. We're just checking in the area or in Germany, since we would drive home with a car, if on our road home or somewhere close would be a breeder that is giving away kittens right now. And we found the breeder of Lucifer. I don't remember the name of the breeder anymore, but I know that Lucifer is from a city in Germany called Baden-Baden. His birthday is the 1st of October of 2015, which makes him 5 right now, turning 6 this year. Lucifer kinda got adopted by Yuna and Blinky, so the dynamic that we have between the cats is Yuna and Blinky are kinda like together, if that makes sense. Like they love each other a lot, and Lucifer is basically their son. Lucifer is like our calm giant. He's super huge. He's super nice. He would never scratch you, he would never attack you. He looks a little bit clumsy. Also, he has a little problem with his teeth, so he drools a lot, which makes him look a little bit derpy because sometimes he also has his tongue out. And yeah, he's just the calmest, biggest cuddler, the best tiny spoon you will ever find. Honestly, all 3 cats have completely different characters. All 3 cats are super unique and I love them all in their own way. Before we move on to our dog Mira, I wanted to give a little rundown about what I think about Maine Coon, the breed itself. Would I get a Maine Coon again? Blinky's adopted from the streets and Mira is adopted from a shelter, and I both love them. Yuna and Lucifer are both from a breeder. I love them just as much, but I just want you to know before you decide to get a cat from a breeder to look at what is out there at your local shelter. Also, I have to say, before you get a certain breed, really do your research. For example, with Maine Coons, even though they have such great characters, they're basically like dogs that follow you around everywhere. They're super affectionate, they're super attached to their humans. Lucifer also plays fetch with me. I don't know, maybe I'm gonna put the video in here of him doing that. But yeah, they're awesome. But I also have to say, both of my Maine Coons have health problems, which is very common with the breed. They often have skin problems, they often have heart problems, they often have gum problems, and there are even more problems that come with breeds. Since I only have experience with Maine Coons, I'm only gonna be covering Maine Coons here. With Yuna having the first cat, I didn't know that. Before we got Lucifer, I did a lot of research and I knew that. I also did a lot of research with the breeder, and I was ensured that the pedigree and everything was perfect and he wouldn't have any problems and he's fine. But you can never predict that. Yuna right now is fine. She doesn't have really any problems anymore. But when she was younger, she had really big problems with her skin. She basically got eczemas all over her body and she would scratch herself till she was bleeding because it was so itchy. She would rip all of her fur out. I can put some pictures here maybe if I find them. So Yuna had a lot of problems with her skin, and it took us years to find the right food to not make her get those eczemas anymore. Also with her, it's really bound to anxiety, so if she's really stressed, it also triggers her skin to flare up again. Then talking about Lucifer, in the beginning we didn't have anything with him. He was super fine, he had no problems at all. And after, I think it was 1.5 years, he started drooling. I just noticed that he had a lot of drool on his chin and that he wouldn't really chew the food anymore. He would just swallow it. We went obviously to the vet and we found out that his whole gums have an infection. Turns out that is really common with Maine Coons and a lot of other cat breeds as well. What our vet told us, through the gums being infected, there's a lot of bacteria, so it can be that he's gonna lose some teeth or that he's in pain, and that's why he sometimes doesn't chew his food but just swallow it. Maybe along the lines, we're gonna have to get the professional teeth cleaning done more often, that he might have to get some teeth removed when he's getting older. For now it's fine. He smells out of his mouth horrible and he drools a lot, but that's it. So then we come to the last addition to our family, which is Mira. Mira is our dog. We got Mira from an animal shelter, and she was born on the 25th of March 2016, which makes her now 5 years old. Mira is a mix, so we actually did a DNA test with her. I'm gonna see if I'm gonna find it so you can see what kind of mix she is. So she's basically part German Shepherd, part Samoyeda, part everything. So she's a full-on mix. We have no idea what she looks, the way she looks like. The only thing I know that we love her with our whole heart. So we were thinking about having a dog for a very long time. We did this thing at our animal shelter, our local animal shelter, where you can take dogs from the shelter and take them on walks. So they would get their exercise in. We already saw Mira there a few times, so we were actually never allowed to walk her. I told Nathan every time we went there, oh my god, look at her, she's so sweet, we should adopt her. She would be the perfect dog, but we always said, like, in the end, okay, no, we don't have the time. One day, Nathan actually surprised me with her. Obviously, the most significant thing that everybody sees straight when you see Mira is her 1 ear up and 1 ear down. I get a lot of questions if she was injured, if she hurt herself or anything. She never got hurt. This is just the way her ears are. And when we actually got her, she still had both ears down, so 1 ear went up later on when she got older. And I actually got a tattoo for Mira, which is basically a wolf that I gave her ears. This one. So it's a little wolf that is dedicated to Mira. She used to be really hyperactive when she was younger, but as soon as she turned around 2, she became the sweetest and best dog in the world. I have to say, if you're thinking about getting a dog, the first 1.5 to 2 years gonna be so much work. And again, Mira is now 5 years old, and it's crazy how fast the time changes. I can't believe all of my babies are so old already. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna now show you all of the animals. May I present you the queen? This is Yuna, the queen of the house. She always looks like she's super grumpy, but she's actually super sweet. She's also like a little dog that when I call her, she comes. I just need to whistle and the queen is arriving. She also looks a little bit grumpy because she just woke up, right? He's so sweet. We have Blinky. Hi, Blinky. Say hi, Blinkers. Blinky's the sweetest. Say hi, big boy. I'm the biggest of boys. You want to say hi, Lulu? He's so funny. Ooh. He doesn't want to be on camera. So you can see he's drooling a little. He looks grumpy, but he's really nice. I swear, he's the nicest. Sorry, buddy. And I'm covered in cat hair. Ugh. Also, because I get that question so often, yes, there's a lot of hair in our house. We need to literally vacuum every single day if we don't want to have any hair, which I obviously don't do. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed getting to know all of our animals. If you have any more questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Let me know what you want to see next. If you want to see a video about my plants, if you want to see a video about Nathan and me, how we got to know each other, or whatever it is, leave it down in the comments. I wish you a beautiful evening or lunchtime or morning, whatever time it is for you right now. and I see you again next Thursday. Bye!